Hi guys. Today we are going to discuss about a topic called causes of depreciation. So let us introduce about myself. Myself VB Karnamurthy, working as an associate professor in Wings Business School, Tirupati. Let us go deep into the topic called cause of depreciation. And the first slide will be clearly explains about the introduction of causes of depreciation and introduction about a depreciation. Here you can know that accounting estimates the decrease in value of using the information regarding the useful life of the asset. By seeing that, you can understand that normally if you are use any asset, automatically what is going to be decreased means the life of the asset is going to be get decreases. So once the usage is going to be increases, the asset life is going to be get decreases. So for decreasing of value, we can call it as depreciation. This is useful for estimation of property value for taxation purpose like property tax, etc. You can see that if you are purchasing any house, in the initial stages the cost of the house is going to be high, but when the days pass on, the value of the house is going to be get decreases, and the taxes which you are going to pay will also be get reduces. So depreciation is going to be very useful for property taxes also. For such assets like real estate market and economic conditions are likely to be crucial, such as in case of economic downturn. So you can see that depreciation plays a major role in accounting, because the value of the intangible assets are going to be get uh, assets are going to be get decreased. So intangible and tangible, both assets are going to be get decreased if the days are passed on. Let us see the causes of depreciation. So the causes of depreciation is going to be divided into two types. So first thing is internal causes and external causes. Internal causes are going to be created within the organization. Within the organization, and external causes is nothing but outside of organization. So internal organization and internal causes are going to be wear and tear is the first, exhaustion, depletion, and deterioration. So these all are comes under internal causes, and external cause is going to be reflection of time, obsolescence, weather and natural calamities, permanent fall in market value of asset. These all comes under the external causes. We are going to see each and every one in a clear manner in the upcoming slides. So first one is wear and tear. So wear and tear will be comes under internal thing. So what is meant by internal cause? Internal cause is nothing but the damage which is going to be happen within the organization. So wear and tear is nothing but you can see that the value of capital asset like plant, machinery, building, etc. decrease in value due to constant use. So the wear and tear of an asset depends on the usage of asset. You can see that the usage of asset is going to be decide the wear and tear of the asset. If you use maximum, the asset is going to be easily wear and tear within stimulated period. So the usage increases, automatically the wear and tear is will also be get causes. Okay. So this is going to be happen for plant, machinery, and building. So plant and machinery and building, if you use maximum, automatically the life is going to be get reduced. That is what wear and tear in internal causes. So second cause, exertion. So what is meant by exertion? Certain assets like plantation and livestock lose their value with lapse of time as they are being used or consumed. So if you can use or you cannot use, automatically the life of the asset is going to be get completed. For example, plantation. So if you go for a paddy, so the paddy, the minimum time for getting of a paddy is 3 months. So if you think that for putting this paddy for more than 3 months, then we will get more number of profit, means that will not be get happen after 3 months. What is going to be happen? It is going to be get destroyed with different types of calamities. Natural calamities will definitely destroy such certain type of things, and the paddy will also be get damaged because of the life of the paddy is going to be get completed within 3 months. If you kept for 6 months, 3 months paddy, if you get for 6 months, it will not get a good returns for you. Similarly, livestock is something but cow, horse. So such type of things we can call it as livestock. So if you are going for livestock, if you can use it as a maximum of livestock, then you are going to get maximum returns. If you are not using the livestock, then you are going to the lost their value of the livestock also. That's why if you use or don't use, automatically the life is completed, the livestock is going to be get uh, dead, or it is going to be get wasted. So that is what normal theme. So next thing, depletion. What is meant by depletion? Depletion is nothing but natural resources such as mines, quarries, and oil wells are of a wasting character and are called as wasting assets. Here you can see that what is meant by vesting asset. So vesting assets are nothing but this will be completely discussing about mines, quarries, and oil wells, because once if you are taken any mines into the mine into the usage, then automatically you cannot replace that. So natural resources, once you are taken, if you will not be get replace of such type of things. So that's why if you are taking any contracts regarding mines, quarries, or oil wells, you are having a restriction that you can extract only certain limit. So after the certain limit is going to be get overcome, then you want to be hand over that mines, quarries to the concerned personality. So that is what theme of the depletion. So depletion will be clearly explains what it is going to be explained means. So for example, if you are getting any tender for usage of mines, quarries, and oil wells, the tender will be clearly mentioning that you want to get only 10 lakh tons. The tender will be clearly explains that you want to extract only 10 lakh tons of mines. If you are getting a permission to extract only 10 lakh tons of mines, if you extracted 10 lakh uh, 10 lakh quantities of mines within 1 year, then your period is going to be completed within 1 year itself. So if within 1 year the mine is going to be get the maximum limit is going to be get exceeded, again you want to go for the tender and again you want to purchase for the another money to get the same mine into the next year quarter to get for the certain limit for extraction. So this will be completely discussing about natural resources. Okay, so once the limit is going to be get exceeded, then you want to give your mine and quarry to the concerned authority is going to be the depletion type of concept. So next thing, affliction or passage of time. You can see that the utility of some fixed assets like patents, copyrights, trademarks, leasehold properties is confined to a certain time frame. You can see that if you are getting any asset for a lease, so the lease period is going to be a particular thing. So you want to use that asset only for from 2020 to 2025. So up to that period only you are having a right to use that asset maximum. So after 2025, what you want to do? You want to give that asset to the particular personality. So because that agreement itself, it is going to be clear that within within the 5 years, you can maximum use the asset. After the 5 years, you want to give that property, that asset to the concerned person is going to be clearly written in the agreement. That's why. So passage of time, if you can use it in a maximum manner for the 5 years, then you are going to get ultimate returns. If you are not going to use maximum, then you are not going to get the ultimate returns of the activity. So that is what common theme. So that is in your hands. Next thing, obsolescence. So obsolescence will be a common depreciation thing, because so what is meant by obsolescence is nothing but, so once the innovations are going to be get coming into the market, then automatically the old technology is going to be get old technology is going to be get extracted. You can see that the new thing is going to be came into the market. No peoples are ready to purchase the old things. You can see that for purchasing of a television, now the peoples are very much interested to purchase a smart TV. So they are not interested to purchase a normal TV. Why the peoples are not interested to purchase a normal TV? Because that technology is going to be outdated. So the now the present technology which is going to be used in the telephone and the TVs is going to be the smart TV. So that's why a lot of people are interested to purchase smart TVs, not they are interested to purchase the ordinary TVs. That is what the concept of obsolescence. So the technology is going to be get changes. The people are interested to purchase the new technology. Then they are not interested to purchase the old technology. That is what the concept of obsolescence. Next one, decline in market due to the changes in taste and fashions. So normally the people's taste and preference are going to be get slowly reduces and changes. So once upon a time the peoples are very much interested that they want to purchase different types of items, but now the peoples are interested to purchase pizzas, burgers, and different types of foods, because the peoples are interested to purchase such type of things. But once upon a time the peoples are not interested to purchase any pizza, burger, or KFC chicken, or any other thing. So whatever the food which is going to be prepared in the home is going to be enough for them. But now the things are going to be get completely changes. That is what obsolescence. So obsolescence is nothing but the taste and preferences of customers are going to be get changes. Next thing, legal restraints is nothing but the certain rules and regulations are going to be came into the market. Because of that rules and regulations, some of the products are going to be get uh, some of the products which we cannot use. So such type of things we can call it as legal restrictions. So by seeing of such things, we are going to go for that. Next, due to weather and natural calamities. So some assets lose in value when they are constantly exposed to the rain. You can see that, for example, if you purchase any bike, any car, or any other thing, if you can keep your bike or car or anything continuously with rain, sun, and wind, what is going to be happen? It is going to be get rusted. If it is going to be rust, then what is going to be happen means the product is going to be get destroyed within fraction of years, because the life is going to be 15 years. You are not properly maintained that asset. That's why you kept your asset in rain, sun, and wind exposed area. Because of that, your asset is going to be destroyed within the years. It will not be used as a complete life of the asset. So such type of things we can call it as due to weather and natural calamities also, the assets are going to be get reduced the value. Next thing. So permanent fall in the market value. Here you can see that assets like investments lose in value due to the permanent fall in the market value of the asset. You can see that, for example, if you are purchased any stock, any asset, any stock with a price of 100 rupees, you cannot expect that the stock market is going to be get increase and your asset is going to be get increase, because there is another side for stock market also. So if you are invested 100 rupees, if there is a chance that that 100 rupees will also become as a 10 rupees. So both the things are going to be get happen. So the 100 rupees can become as a 200 rupees, and the same 100 rupees can become as a 10 rupees. So that is going to be happen only because of uh, the market trends are going to be get changes. You can know that because of COVID pandemic, almost the markets are running with negative results. So that's why almost all the stocks are giving negative results only. So that type of things will also be calculated as a depreciation. So such a fall in the price of an asset should be treated as depreciation. So fall in the price will also be treated as an depreciation. So for example, if you are purchased any building for 10 lakh, so after 10 years or 15 years, the asset or the land or a building which you are purchased for 10 lakh is going to be reduced to 5 lakhs. Then what is your depreciation? Your depreciation is going to be 5 lakhs, because the asset which you are purchased for 10 lakhs is going to be the present value of 5 lakhs only. The balance 5 lakhs is going to be your depreciation. So temporary fall in the value of investment should be ignored for calculating depreciation. You can see that the temporary fall in the value of investment. So automatically, temporarily there is a fall in investments. So one day the price of asset will be 20 rupees. One day the price of asset will be 18 rupees. One day the price of asset will be 25 rupees. So there is a chance that the asset will be on an average giving plus or minus in the market. So because of that plus or minus, what is going to be happen means you want to be calculate the depreciation value for that. So how much we are invested, how much is the present value? It is appreciated, it is going to be get increase. If it is depreciated, how much it is going to be get decrease. So that value you want to be definitely showing to the market. So today we are completed the topic called cost of depreciation. So I hope you understood the topic. So thank you for the presentation.